Howdy, howdy. We're working on the CR500, not doing much, just taking off some parts, doing some cleaning, going to be inspecting some things. Just want to give you guys a quick update. Finally got some good weather. We had a big cold snap here in Texas, so grateful that it's over just a little bit. And one of the things we're doing with the old CR500 is just going in and detailing and inspecting stuff. So I took off the ignition cover there. Going to get in there and polish up that plastic, make that look really nice, and also just, get a sense of what I'm going to be doing. And what I'm thinking is, as nice as this frame is here, probably my natural paint spots are going to be starting with these welds coming down, and then maybe coming, well, it's a tough call, right? Maybe just touching this up and then putting some clear coat. If there was nothing here, right, if none of these were here, then this would be a perfect transition point to stop because you've got a weld there. But we'll see. I mean, all in all, she's beautiful. I got off that Works connection guard. You can see everything looks really good. I'm going to have to rebuild this shock and take it somewhere to get rebuilt because we got some issues with that. It's blown out. I did manage to get the OEM front brake guard. Decided not to go natural on the fork guards. It's just kind of a call, but, I figured if this thing turns yellow, at least I'll have something white. But, they're not super expensive at UFO, so I may decide to go back to the natural, but I kind of like the bright white. Put the new number plate on, and just kind of not trying to get her all done because I got a lot more to do. There's going to be different things I want to paint. I want to match up this Honda color and get this guy looking a little better. I want to figure out where I'm going to, again, go in and do some repainting on this frame. And I got the subframe off, as y'all can see, so I'm going to be working with that. But all in all, pretty productive. Let me show you some of the parts that we got over here. We moved the YZ250X over here so that we have that guy by the garage exit so I can get in there and work. I got all my UFO plastics. It's turned out pretty good. I ended up putting the new decals on these. These are the UFOs. Now I want to give you a little bit of a comparison because I know there's a lot of guys that will be restoring these things and they have questions. Let me grab the stalkers. So unfortunately, from what I can see, the new ones are a little bit brighter, and brightness is not a bad thing, but I really would have liked them to be dead on accurate. Also, the company in Australia that I got these from, the lettering is dead on accurate. The only thing I see that's the difference is the spacing between these black bars. So not a terrible thing for it to be brighter, honestly. And I can't say whether the OEM was originally this bright or not. It's hard to say. But what I will be doing is changing all the plastics, keeping this aside, safe. So, I've got the OEM stuff when needed. And then, if I ever decide to refinish it or whatever, I've got it. And if I go down on these, no harm, no foul. So that's kind of what's going on there. And I've gotten a few more parts here and there just to show you guys some of the things coming in. I've been kind of sifting through these. I got rear mud flap, got a nice Renthal bar cover. I got the little disc protector. I ended up getting the grips, which I think I've shown y'all. And I actually ended up getting some really nice CR bars that will need to be repainted. So if you know the CR500 paint code, let me know. But I believe I have that. And then also I got right here the silencer, which I'm going to be using some of the Prime MX cleaning wheels on, getting that stuff all nice and shiny. So yeah, slowly we're moving through, making progress. And pretty cool story I just want to share real quick. I managed to find the guy that I bought this bike from about 25 years ago, this quad. And it's pretty cool to show it to him and reconnect and hear the story on it. So, I'm always appreciative of the people that make it possible for me to have these bikes because, for a lot of them, I come in on all these at some point in their life, and the folks that took care of them all those years and loved them and maintained them and kept them safe, like Mr. Robert with the WR, and so many others that will remain nameless. I appreciate it, because if they didn't, well, they wouldn't be here. They'd be rotting out in some field somewhere. So a lot of these, man, I didn't really know much about the owners, beforehand. This great gentleman here in Louisiana helped me out. So, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all just a big family. So this is the tank, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty white, but when you get it up against the UFO stuff, it definitely looks a little yellowed. So I've got some 50% or 50 volume hydrogen peroxide that's going to come in, I think, on Monday. And I'm going to leave this thing out in the sun if weather permits, and hopefully try to get some better color out of this tank, brighten it up a bit, because, once you start putting nice new plastics on, stuff just doesn't look as good, right, as it did when everything starts to show. Anything's not white starts to show. So this is the subframe for the CR. I'm going to end up painting it, and I'm probably going to end up using the same color that I use for the WR, which is a pretty standard white, but it really depends. I'm going to have to look at this and see how close those colors are. Sometimes a really nice cream white might be more of an OEM color. So I will be doing some color matching and then figuring that out. I suspect the WRs were a lot more of a bright white, because if you look at this tank, this is OEM. And this is an OEM piece here, and it's pretty much the exact same white, which is very bright, as the front fender, which is a UFO. Whereas the CR, I think, is a little more cream. And, like with cream or some of those off-white colors, the KTMs, you don't want to mix it up. The YZ250 is kind of like that too. You've got a little bit of a cream on the plastics. They're not just a super bright white. So knowing your color base, super bright white, will help a lot. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're slowly working through it. Not much else. Just kind of a quiet day. A little break from work this afternoon, which is kind of nice. And yeah, just working on her. So I'll keep you posted. My next steps are going to be to paint the handlebars, repaint the subframe, touch up the frame here, and then I'm going to have to pull that shock and take it somewhere and get it going. And while that's being done, I'll probably be pulling off these handlebars and clamps, putting the stock bars back on, stock grips, and then just detailing for a while until I get the parts back. Now, I will make a point. I think I made a mistake on that seat. So just to show you all something here, I am probably going to have to order another seat cover. And I might sell this one if someone wants it, or you got to know one. But let me show y'all real quick. Well, I can just show you right here. So what I did, unfortunately, was I have that R a bit far back. It actually should be right where that bracket ends or begins. So it should be a good inch or so forward. It looks great. The seat cover fits really nice, but it's going to drive me nuts. I gotta redo it and just keep that one as a spare, or possibly sell it if it's still salvageable. But probably going to have to get another one and do it right, because it will drive me nuts if I don't. That's about it. Not much else with the pipe. We're just kind of working through this stuff and enjoying the nice weather and having some fun in the garage tonight. Take care, everyone. We'll see. If you like the video, you want to watch what's going on with the CR500 and all the updates, hit like and subscribe.